2. Mic check 3. Slow Nation time. Let's go. Bulletin board material. Let's get it. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Really appreciate each and every last one of you guys for tuning in to the nation. As we always say, one way or another. Hope you got your notifications on. Shout out to Notification Game. Swat up every day. All day. And all long way. Let's go. Yup. Say ain't no party like a cowboy party. Yup. Let's go. Shout out to everybody that's watching, tuning in. It's legendary, baby, but not scary. One way or another. Hey. Oh. Let's go. Mama, there go that man again. Appreciate each and every last one of you all. For real, for real. Shout out to you, Frank. 24/7. I see you. Cowboy. See Pearl or something. Appreciate you. Come on. Let's go. Let's grind. DB. Shout out to you, fam. And shout out to all of the DBs out there, too. Lord knows. Let's go. Appreciate the donations to help elevate the nation. Natasha, shout out to you. Come on, Captain TikTok. I see you. Or it's Taki. Jay Carter and things. Let's go. Who's scared? And who running? Who running? Who running? Who running? 5, 4, 3, yeah. If you're on the Facebook group, give me a thumbs up if I'm live there. Appreciate you. Yeah. Come on. Mama. There go that man again, right? Come on. Hey. Shout out to you, Ricky. I see you. All right. Come on, let's go. Who's crunk? I am. Hey. Jay Worthy. Y'all come on, rock with me. You're rolling with the nation, baby. You can put your score prediction down, baby. Yup. 5, 4, 3, 2. Shout out to all of the people that's watching. As we proceed to try to give you guys what you need, I really appreciate you. I love you guys. Let's get this thing going. It's Cowboys versus the Washington team. And trust me, lo and behold, we look into this thing as bulletin board material, but I call it the necessary evil, right? You got to always press forward, bring forth. I say all of these things, not to just kid with you guys, not just to be kicking it, not to kid you, not basically. I say these things because this is what we need to bring to the table, right? And I really appreciate you, man. I see the score predictions out, man. I'm going to do my best. If anybody get it right on the money, I got something for you. You know how it goes. But you can only put it down one time, right? And that's just how it goes. Before we get everything started, I just want to say this. Last night, it was some troublesome news to Demaryius Thomas, man. One of the Thomas brothers is down. So can you guys give a moment of silence to the brother over there? We hope that the family is all as well for a moment of silence. All right. Really appreciate you guys for that. Well, no one knows the day nor the hour. We don't know when the time will expire on us, right? So just wanted to put that out there. So we hope all is well with the Thomas family. We heard of the news late last night, and it was crazy, because at 33, that age, it is youthfulness. You just now starting to figure life out, right? When you hit 33, you're sitting there saying, man, I'm not that far away from 40. I saw a bulletin board that says life starts at 40, right? and that's the craziest thing. We think we know a lot, but, one day you hear it and the next day you're gone. So I just wanted to let everybody know that around this time you want to be able to tell your loved ones you love them, because you never know. You never know. So prayers up to the family, Cowboy Nation. All right, so with that being said, let's talk about the Washington football team. All right, so their coach pretty much counterreacted to what Mike McCarthy had to say, and is one of those things where you want to say, hey, this is what football is about, mano a mano, my brick versus your brick, right? Let's get it out of the mud, Let's fight this thing out. I'm not finna go into a fight saying, I might lose, One thing that I admire about Muhammad Ali, I am the greatest. He spoke it. I am the greatest. I am the greatest. Wherever he went, even in a losing battle, I am the greatest. He didn't win them all, but he always spoke it like he is the greatest. Now, I think that when we look into the news of what our guy Mike McCarthy had to say, the operative saying, hey, we're going to win this game, he's speaking it with his chest. Now, the media got to do their job, and we got to do ours, right? So let's listen to some of the audio from, I believe this will be the 3-letter network, Fox or what have you. Let me see if this Fox, yeah. And this is from Michael Vick.
As a coach, you got to be the one who stands tall and show that leadership. But two, when you call out a certain team, when you guarantee a win, you putting pressure on your team. Guys got to respond to that. And Dak responded in the press conference. I mean, his words, the words that he uttered, showed confidence. And when a coach say that, it breathes confidence and life into a team. And maybe Mike McCarthy being out of the game for the last 10 days and being able to watch his team.
Right.
He learned a lot. He learned a lot about him. He missed the game. And he probably had a chance to go back and watch that Raiders game in which they lost, and then watch the Washington football team versus the Raiders and seeing some things that they can exploit. So, being that he talked about preparation, he talked about, coming into this game and knowing exactly what needed to be done and how they was going to do it. And now the team sees that, they see the game plan, and they feel good about it. So, I like it, man. I like it in today's time when, all these social outlets are, extremely important or becoming important. They respect it, and I think they appreciate it. So I can't wait to see how this all turn out.
Now, that was Michael Vick. My thing is, we got 5 games, right? And after this game, we have 4 games. I believe, and hear me out, Cowboy Nation, I believe what Mike McCarthy is trying to exhibit is this right here. Playoff atmosphere, and we are in the playoffs. But you can't get these
Great
job,
guys. Law.
Oh, my
Love
goodness.
The show.
Appreciate you so much. Ooh, woo. Shout out to you, Eric. Appreciate you. I didn't even know that was coming. Appreciate you so much, Eric. Thank you so much. Great job. Yeah. Thank you so much for the love and adulations for the nation, baby. Appreciate you. Now, here's the thing. It's hard to create playoff atmosphere when your team is way above 500 and they're feeling that, hey, we go into the playoff anyway, right? Pressure creates playoff atmosphere. You win some, you lose some, right? That's what Pop said on Friday. But even in this situation, you want to make it as hostile as possible. You got 5 games. We're in the month of December. We got to make sure that we are not falling into the playoff, rolling into the playoff. We want to make sure that we got the momentum to be fired, nothing but fire into the playoffs. Because anything that we touch, we want to make sure that the opposing team, the opposition, know. And you know what people like to do? Is to say, hey, he shouldn't have said this or he shouldn't have said that. But come win, lose, or draw, I like it because on one end, right, hear me out, Cowboy Nation, when we win, everybody will be saying, hey, that damn Mike McCarthy, shoo, he got some big ones. You know what I'm saying? Cojones. And he's ready. He's ready to put them all on the line for this team. Now, to circumvent it, Cowboy Nation, if you somehow happen to fall right there, he can say, hey, if this was a playoff game, we would be at home watching, and not many teams get the second chance. You hear me? You hear me, Cowboy Nation? So you get to see them again at your house. You say that's how it goes from here. But let me listen to this other guy because I haven't heard this one. So here, bear with me.
So I want to be clear here. I think the Cowboys, I also think the Cowboys are going to win. They should win. They're the better team. They have the better quarterback. They're more rested because they're coming off the Thursday. For all those reasons, I like Dallas in this spot. I also don't think his comments are going to have any tangible effect on the game. I don't think Washington was going to be like, I'm going to kind of prep for this divisional matchup that could determine whether they make the playoffs or not. And then they see Mike McCarthy's comments, and now they're locked in. So I don't think it's going to have what he said is going to have a positive or negative effect on the game. But Wilds, I am interested in what it reveals about what Mike McCarthy is thinking, the fact that he said it. Because to me, this feels a little bit like someone who is supposed to, meet a kid at the flagpole after school, is a little worried about it, but all day he's chirping, oh, I'm going to kick your butt. Oh, you don't want to see me there? But he's telling his friends, like, oh, boy, I hope he doesn't show up. Like, I'm not feeling great. Because while it might be true, Wilds, right, exactly. A little false bravado. Like, let's speak it into existence.
Yeah.
LeVar Ball
Shout out to you,
style.
DT.
And I find it interesting because I've never heard Mike McCarthy say this before. Maybe within the team meeting, as Vic's talking about to his team, we're going to go out there, we're going to show them this is our division. That's one thing. But to say it publicly, he's not a dumb guy, his clock management stuff notwithstanding. He knows that by saying that becomes something his players, Ron Rivera, people are going to be asked about. And I find it, to me, this reveals actually a lack of real confidence than the other way around. Oh, wow. I think this reveals that there's a little grasping of, no, we're going to win. We're going to go win, when that's not something you typically hear a head coach say you really ever hear. So I actually think it reveals he's a little anxious about this football game, Wilds.
Well, my thoughts on that, Cowboy Nation, we'll find out. We will find out. And that's the glory of football. Sudden death in games, right? Normally in basketball, there's series. Baseball, there's series, right? But football is one and you're done. You knock them out. And it's hard to create that type of mindset, like I said earlier, in the regular season. Because when we get to the playoffs, there's no more, hey, wait till next week. Case in point, if you go back to 2018, if you know what I mean. The Seattle Seahawks, we beat Russell Wilson and company in that game, right? Although people like to gloss over that with Dak Prescott, by the way. We won. And then we faced the Rams. And they tore us up, baby. Gashing us left and right. Wasn't prepared. The mindset, the atmosphere. You couldn't simulate that in the real. regular season because it's the playoff game. And if you go back to the drawing boards and say, hey, if it was a series, best out of 3 or something like that, best out of 5, maybe, just maybe, the Cowboys could figure that out. But football don't work that way, baby. It's one and you're done. Sudden death, basically, technically speaking. So that is what Mike McCarthy is collectively trying to do now. He said, look, if I'm Mike McCarthy and I'm motivating it, because everybody else say, hey, Kellen Moore, you the genius, right? You the offensive coordinator. You call the plays. Dan Quinn, oh, my goodness, you got this defense out of the doghouse. They was ranked 31st, 32nd last year, whatever, in certain categories, right? Now we're like 13, 15 respectfully, right? That's a big improvement from one year to the another, right? So what do you do? What do you do, Mike McCarthy? Well, your job is to elevate and motivate. Make sure everything is in order. If you guys went to business school and you graduated from business, well, if you take business law, basically, you look up the word management. The root of it, good managers, right? Getting work done through others. Delegation. A lot of people fail to realize that's a strong card that you must possess. I'm talking business to you guys. Mike McCarthy must delegate. He must motivate. He must make sure that everybody is in the right situation. So he go back to this meeting, maybe it's closed door, and say, hey, I laid it all on the line for you guys now. I put it all out there. Who's going to play this Sunday? Who's going to lay it all on the line when it's 3rd and long? Do you dive for the ball? Or do you say, I couldn't reach it? Pressure in the face. Do you still climb the pocket? Stand tall in the pocket and throw that ball with efficient levels. 4th and an inch. Who can look to that neighbor and say, hey, I got you. An inch. Because I put it all on the line.
Yeah, probably, but I'm shocked that anyone has a problem with it. Because what's the one knock on Mike McCarthy? Well, what does he actually do? Rashard, what's he actually do? Yeah. If Kellen Moore is the offensive genius and Dan Quinn has turned around the defense, then what's Mike McCarthy's job?
Damn, he's
well, it's
echoing
to
what I'm
motivate.
saying. There you
and
go.
The fact that Dak's response was blank, yeah, shows you that this is the right move. And I'm shocked. I am shocked that anyone thinks this is anything other than a great move. Like I've heard like, oh, should he be saying that against the 4-win Washington? They've won 4 straight. Oh, they've won 4 straight. Who cares? They've won, what is this, the NBA Finals? I don't care if you've won 4 straight. You need to win this game, Dallas. And Washington does not need to be treated with such respect. I don't think you should say it against Patrick Mahomes. I don't think you should say it against Bill Belichick or Tom Brady. But yes, a team that is 500 with Taylor Heineke. Shout out to Taylor Heineke. He's playing great. But you're not above a little bit of trash talk. You're not above a guarantee. I think it's a smart move by Mike McCarthy. Looks like the Cowboys need a little kick in the pants. Dak liked it. They're going to come into that game fired up. I personally loved it.
Yeah, I have no problem with what Mike McCarthy said. I actually have more of a problem with what Ron.
That brother was on the same page as me. Lord Jesus. All right, so let me get this. Bear with me 1 second. I got to do this right quick. All right, so let's listen to this guy right quick. Let's listen to this Christopher Broussard. Let's listen to him.
Yeah, I have no problem with what Mike McCarthy said. I actually have more of a problem with what Ron Rivera said, which is along the lines of what Nick said, if you can put it on the screen. But I think Rivera and Nick are looking too deeply into this. All right? I think you're psychoanalyzing it too much. He thinks his team's going to win. that shouldn't be a revelation.
Oh, shocking.
All right? Anything less is ridiculous. And I love that.
No, but
if I'm Dak Prescott or if I'm a player in that locker room, I feel the exact same way. Yeah. I would hope Coach would say that. And that he says it publicly. So what? Yeah, we're going to go win. And that's what they're going to do. And I bet you when the comment was relayed to Rivera, I bet, I'd almost say I guarantee, but I won't go that far. But I bet it was revealed to him like, hey, Mike McCarthy just guaranteed that the Cowboys are going to beat you guys. What do you think about that? I bet it wasn't told in, what actually happened was McCarthy saying, we're going to win this game and we're going to move on. And look, even if they lose, so what? They just move on. You think you're going to win every game. The
Big
media
factor.
will blow it out of proportion. And that's where you could say it's a problem. Because Terry Bradshaw and Howie Long and all these guys, they're going to be talking about that before the game. The Cowboys players will be asked about that up to the game. Well, Coach guaranteed it. It can become a distraction, but I got no problem with it whatsoever. And I think, Nick, you and Rivera, you're looking a little too deeply into it.
No doubt, man. Oh, my goodness. Good points from First Thing First. That's the name of that organization there on Fox News. Shout out to them. All right, so let me read some of your comments. It's all BS. Just play the game. Yeah, talking sports with coconuts. I like that name, by the way. You're right. Yeah, this is. Where my button at?
This is Sparta!
You're right, Pete. It is the Sparta. That's one of my favorite movies because, when they ask, what is your profession to the opposing, to the people that was actually going to help them in battle, I think the barbarians or whoever, one was saying, I'm a carpenter. The other person said, I'm a blacksmith. The other person said, hey, I'm a gardener. They all had different professions. But when they asked the Spartan warriors, what is your profession?
This is Sparta!
They did all of the hoopla. They let them know that we are all on the same page. We're not here. We're not there. We all on the same page. 24/7 Cowboy. I love that name. Law, I saw you at the NFC League. Okay. I like that. Appreciate you. Super Friends. You the fan. Yeah. So we supposed to do.
I saw you at the NFC League of Justice with the NFC Super Friends. You defended the silver, white, and blue very well. Salute to Law Nation. Fire, 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 fire. What are the 3 things that we need to do to win this game?
Oh, I thought you never asked. You know what I'm saying? The 3 things that we must do. The 3 things. Not 2, not 1, but the 3. Score points. Score points, right? That's the low-hanging fruit, right? Stop D-run. You stop the run, baby. Let me scroll back up so we can see that beautiful colors there. You stop the run. Shoo, you make Taylor? I keep messing this guy's name up. Taylor Heineke up, and you forcing him to throw the ball. It's going to be picked off. It's going to be sack fumble, pressure for him, and I like that. So the third thing is to finish. We can't allow these guys to hang around. Sometimes, with the Cowboys organization, we wait until the second half to start pulling off on teams that's similar in this category where we all healthy. No, we score early and often. We make sure that we stop their run, and then we completely take the heart, the soul, the will away from them. Don't keep them around. Even if we up by 10 points, we continue. Now, if it's one of those slugfests, right? If it's one of those battles to the end type of game, then we can micro it by saying, okay, we can't get consistent with 3 and outs, right? On our side of the ball with offense. Right, this would be a situation whereas game day decision for Tony Pollard, right? We need to see whether or not Ezekiel Elliott. This is the conundrum with Ezekiel Elliott. The last time we seen Ezekiel Elliott, he was hobbled in a sense. But that's going to be 10 days ago, right? That was 10 days ago, so we don't know which Ezekiel Elliott you may see. And somebody commented, I forgot your name. I said, man, Ezekiel Elliott is approaching that Jason Witten lane, that Jason Witten blood. He must have said, hey, Jason, give me some of that blood, baby. Because Jason Witten, one game you would think that he would never play again. Then the next game you say, wow, how is he able? And it could be a situation just like that with Ezekiel Elliott, believe it or not. So that's just what it is. All right, so appreciate everybody for watching. Let's listen to these boys right here. Now, I did get a chance to listen to some of it, and then we'll circle back and listen to Jerry Jones. But I believe that Marcellus Wiley and Emmanuel Acho, I love the combination of those two boys because, for one, you got your antics, of course. One is going to be an antagonist for against the Cowboys, and another person is going to be like, hey, pro Cowboys, I get it. But they give you some information from a player who played the game perspective, not one who played the game and one who didn't play the game. So, and that's Shay Sharp and Skip Bayless. Now, we all know that this is all for entertainment, basically. Right, Cowboy Nation?
Issue.
Marcellus Wiley, I don't care if this was entertainment or not. You know, he earned my thumbs up for him. Gosh, boy, Hacho didn't say he had no other rebuttal for that one. Oh my goodness, man, that's crazy. That is flat out crazy. Let me check and see what's going on in this news around the world. You know, Amari Cooper. I'm completely over it. He talking about the C-19. Cowboys Parsons' hip was again limited today. He's expected to play, though, this. Let me see if you guys did it. Yeah, he's expected to play this Sunday. Running back Tony Pollard did not practice for the third consecutive day. He is listed questionable for Sunday. He will be a game-time decision. So, in other words, Parsons will play. Pollard will not play. So we're going to look at, let me know, Cowboy Nation. I know I did the Ito Smith film assessment. I guess it will be time for me to, when this episode is over with today, for me to pull up Corey Clement film. Let me know if you guys would like to see Corey film on his runs, and I'll pull about 8 to 10 minutes worth, so you guys can get a good feel. If you are a Eagles fan, right, you know about Corey. You can let everybody know what skill set he brings to the table. That's what's going on. John, appreciate you so much. Acho, yeah. They some clowns. Yeah. Jay Worthy, yeah, he dropped the mic on them. Marcellus Wiley, he dropped the mic on them. Shout out to you, Pete. Shout out to you, Tony. That's on the Facebook. Thank you for liking. And John Sullivan, appreciate you. Appreciate you, Speed. All right, so I just got this one to be completed. Let me know if you guys want to listen to what Jerry Wayne have to say. We can hit play on this one. But that was some good information, good beat of information. Let me know if y'all want Corey's film session, and I can try to pull together some film, some of his inside runs, what he do on the outside. Of course, that's all important. I don't think that the Cowboys should look for him to be like this massive blocker type of guy, right? But we would do everything within the confines of, okay, in the event if Tony is not able to play. And that will be the mindset. And when I do film, it's not saying that he's better or less than what Tony brings to the table, but I'm going to try to highlight some of the things that he did well at and some of the things that, maybe he need to improve on, a little variety, spice of life. Let's listen to Jerry Wayne right quick, Cowboy Nation. Y'all okay? Y'all all right? Y'all want me to keep going? or I can start working on the film now. It's up to you guys. Let me know. Give me a thumbs up. If you're here, please hit that thumb up. Let me know. Let me hit that thumbs up. And one of the mods or somebody let me know how many likes we got over here, because, the information is free, right? But I need to make sure I'm tearing up the place. I need to make sure that you guys are enjoying it, right? And Jeff says, is that James Harden? Shout out to you, KC. Yeah, I always say I'm 9 years older than James Harden, right? And I just trimmed my beard down just a little bit. I saw that it was a little wild on the camera, so I trimmed it down just a little bit. Good vibes, yeah. So appreciate y'all, man. Let's go with it, baby.
Good morning, sir.
Hey, good morning, Kevin, Corey, Mike, and thank you for letting me come on here a little earlier. I hope that hadn't inconvenienced you or the listeners, but it really helps me. I'm getting on a plane, and they need to take off, and so these time slots are hard to get to.
Appreciate you.
I'll tell you what, I'll make you a deal right here and right now. Anytime you want to hop on the show, we will do our best to accommodate it. How about that?
That's great. I'll take you up on that.
Appreciate you, Rex.
Perfect.
We've done it.
So, Jerry, this game has seemed to get a little bit more juice as Mike McCarthy's press conference yesterday talked about we're going to Washington to win, and that has become a big guarantee around the world. I don't know if that's exactly what he meant, but you've talked about how you kind of like extra juice on the game. Can you talk about going to Washington now with the national media talking about a Dallas Cowboys guarantee?
Yeah, absolutely, and I don't get hung up on the bit about the guarantee.
Some good music behind this.
That should be his attitude. He expects to win. He thinks we will win, and I expect that. I would be shocked if he couldn't make that kind of statement. And anybody with common sense knows that you can't tell whether or not you're going to.
Yeah,
Jerry. God knows that. But having said that, I like his attitude. I'll tell you what, he's raring and ready. He's been pinned up, and that's reflected in his demeanor as well as how he's articulating his feelings.
Well, and Jerry, shortly after that, Dak Prescott expressed the same, hey, now we're accountable to what our coach just said. Amari Cooper came on with G-Bag Nation later in the day and pretty much reiterated the same thing. Do you like I know you talked earlier about how Hard Knocks has kind of it keeps the guys focused because there's so many cameras, there's so much attention to them. Do you think when a head coach says something like that it kind of turns the focus to the job?
Well, we as a franchise, we as the Cowboys, we put it out there, and that's and we know we do. We ask folks to look at us, be interested in us, follow us. We know a bunch of people look at us because they'd like to see us lose. That's
big facts.
Sport. That creates the excitement, the reason I'm in it, and the reason we are engaged. And so the answer is yes. I like all of this kind of additional color to the interest in the game. And, of course, you really don't have to color this game. This has everything going for it and much at stake. It's right here at the right time. This is the fourth quarter that we're in of the year. Football is at its absolute apex, and we're sitting here basically fighting, literally, for the marbles. And we need to win this game.
Now, in addition to everything on the line in this particular game, which, by the way, you can hear right here on 105.3 The Fan, I know you'll appreciate that plug, Jerry, is historically, this is a huge rivalry. I know a lot of Cowboys fans have turned most of their ire on the Eagles in recent years, but I was hoping you could tell us, going all the way back to when you bought the team, did you hate Washington the most because at the time they were so damn good?
Yeah.
I know this. We didn't win but one football game. Jimmy Johnson was our coach.
Right.
The very first year, 1989.
Y'all remember that?
And the only game we won, which was against the ultimate world champions, was against, at that time, the Washington Redskins. When we won that game, we stayed there and flew back separate from the team, and we drove up the alley and drove up by the Capitol and drove down around all of Washington, just excited about doing what Nate Newton had said we need to do, and that's give them some capital punishment.
Big Nate!
And so, boy, we had a great celebration. At that time, Prince Bandar of Saudi Arabia was there. He was the ambassador to the United States, and he wanted to celebrate. He was the greatest fan in the world, and he wanted to just savor that victory, and that was the one and the only victory the first year that we were involved.
When it comes to people celebrating with you, who's been your most favorite to celebrate with?
Law Nation. I'll play with y'all.
Oh, I think, Jean, my wife, has never missed a game.
Yeah, that's a blessing.
I have never missed a game, of course. And but our family, and then, of course, the immediacy. Most of the people I hang with are involved in this football team. And the players are obvious, the coaches are obvious, but the people that make it go, the people that are head of, if you will, our marketing and all of the operations of the Cowboys. We have over 600 employees.
Wow.
And those are who I like to be around with, and that's, I will say that they're the ones you want to be with when you're down, because these losses are hard to take. But, boy, when you have that victory, and believe you me, there's not one that doesn't feel like you've won a small Super Bowl.
I want me some glory hole.
In the NFL, you see this year how close the games are and how important a victory is.
So, Jerry, it's kind of shocking to me watching Washington play on television on how many empty seats there are, just because when I lived there in 2007 playing for the Nationals, there was still a lot of hysteria around the Washington football team and what they could possibly do. And now you watch them play, whether it's Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes, you think for sure those would be sellouts, and there's a lot of empty seats there. I'm assuming this is a sellout because so many Cowboy fans have bought up all of those seats. Has it gotten to the point where Washington is one of the biggest Cowboy areas now? And then if you want to talk about how the Washington fan base has just kind of slowed down over time.
We have always sold more Cowboy memorabilia, hats, caps, T-shirts.
Listen.
We've always had our greatest fan support, positive, coming from Washington. And that's outside the Dallas area. Washington is where we have the most, outside the Texas area. Washington is where we have the most support of all when you come to all the things you might count. But there's a massive interest in pro football in Washington. And there's certainly a great interest in the NFL, and of course what you're seeing has just been a little diminished, for whatever the reasons, interest in the games. That's perking up, though, and they're beginning to, with the wins they've had here lately, you'll see it out there, and it wouldn't surprise me to see a full stadium at all.
Hey, I like what John Sullivan said over here on the Facebook. Let me see if I can highlight this, and I'm going to copy it, John. I really appreciate you for that. You know, and he says the D.C. in Washington stands for Dallas Cowboys. So y'all prefer to the Washington, the D.C., Dallas Cowboys, right? And I like this so much, Cowboy Nation. Do you guys know what colors they will be wearing in the stands? Will it be, are they trying to say blue it out? You know, just everybody wear a blue jersey if you go into the game, or wear something blue. That will be dope, right? Don't wear your white jerseys. Wear your blue jerseys in the stand. And that would really stand out because, you know, the Washington football team don't have a specific color. So that would be nice, man, if we can orchestrate that. I know it's probably too late. I should have told people who, if you're tailgating with Mark Holmes, just wear your blue, wear your DC blue, baby. That will be a unique thing to do in Washington. So they already do that. John Sullivan, he says usually blue. Yeah. So if we all wear our blues out there, baby, woo, you better watch out,
Jerry, we saw that Micah Parsons had a little hip flare-up over yesterday, kind of was limited yesterday in practice. Do you have any concerns about him playing on Sunday, and what's his importance to the ultimate idea of what this defense is on a weekly basis?
Well, I don't, on a personal basis, have concerned about it. It's soreness. It's from his strength and conditioning. And I think he would be the first to tell you he could be out there right now. So it's one that doesn't have that kind of concern, his availability. And, of course, his ability to put pressure from any point on the field, his ability to contain if you will, an excellent move-around quarterback, spine, if you will. Those kinds of nuances that he brings to the table. But make no mistake about him, we've got to have him out there exerting pressure. And he does, just by the virtue of him. I remember Ernie Zampese, the great offensive coordinator, pointed to the Charles Haley. And he said, I've been trying to be a coordinator against Charles Haley most of my career when he was at the Rams as Zampese and at the Chargers. And he said, you put that guy at the top of the list. He's a disruptor. Any offensive coordinator has to find him and account for him and design for him. And that's what we've got in a guy like Micah Parsons. Now, the other thing is, we've got a couple of others out there that have problems for the coordinator as well, and Lawrence and Gregory.
Yeah. Is there any chance you're getting on the plane right now?
Yeah.
I'm sitting here by the plane waiting because I didn't want to get in the noise and stepping on it. Yes.
I appreciate that.
he told that person, get out of here, I can't hear. Jerry's a real OJ. The plane flies off when he say, hey, it's time to fly. Get out of here. I can't hear. Jerry, man. Oh my goodness, man. If I ever become a billionaire, I'm gonna try to walk this world similar, not the same as Jerry.
Very much. And I wanted to, and you mentioned the trio coming back on defense that we're excited about. On offense, what is your confidence level that Tony Pollard will be good to roll on Sunday?
I think he's a game time. And the issue is how he tolerates the injury is not one that's long term of the nature of his mobility in the sense of a longer look. But it's something worth noting. It will be a game time.
Hey, Jerry, I did want to go back to Micah real quick because I saw that he got a copyright for the quote, "The lion is always hungry."
Let me pause it right quick. Case in point with what Jerry is saying about Tony Pollard. Now, the type of injury that Tony got is equivalent to, for what I've read, 6 to 8 weeks. That's what I've read of the recovery time for Tony Pollard's issue. So he said that it's not a situation that we can look at and say it's a long-term injury. According to what I've read, and I'm not saying that he can't overcome this type of injury, is 6 to 8 weeks. Now, we've seen Neville Gallimore get injured, and it was written that he will be out for 4 to 5, maybe 6 weeks, maybe 6. We're just not getting Neville Gallimore back this day, on this week. So it's bizarre. I know that Jerry is not trying to put out all of the information, but dog it, I don't know if you want a running back out there who didn't practice all week. Or this could be one of the mind trickeries that this team is doing, right? It could be one of those things whereas they keeping everybody hoodwinked, of this, and then all of a sudden, Sunday, you see number 20 out there returning kicks. It could be just that, Cowboy Nation.
And I'm always curious as like how do you support players when they want to go into these off-field endeavors? Do you say, you know what, let's wait till off season? And what kind of support do you and the Cowboys brands provide for the players?
Well, first of all, I'm not at all concerned about him or his person or representatives working on things for him during the season. I view those types of things to be inspirational to your play on the field, all of them. I've always thought that the crowds at practice inspired rather than distracted. And so I feel the same thing about anything that would call attention to the interest in how he's performing. That, to me, translates to responsibility, or it translates to achievement when you're physically getting prepared. You want people to see you at your best when you ask them, hey, look at me.
Now, since you guys are like imminently about to get ready to head out to Washington, I'm really curious, and you referenced the old Washington mascot earlier. They've been the Washington football team. Are you good with, and do you think the league is cool if they stayed the Washington football team, or do you think the league or yourself would prefer they pick like a more traditional mascot?
Yes, to the first alternative.
Right.
I think they will do a satisfactory job to me as far as what they ultimately do. But this is a good name.
So, Jerry, I have another question for you about what's going on kind of in the world of football. I'm sure you probably know who Quinn Ewers is, the 5-star kid that was from South Lake Carroll, went to Ohio State, and is choosing probably a Texas school to come play the rest of his college football at. And there's a lot of reports on how much UT is going to possibly pay him. Not the school, but the people that support UT. You're a big Arkansas fan, a big college football fan. My question is you, owners, general managers, are there restrictions from you guys that you can't get into kind of that NIL business because you're part of the NFL, and it could be some sort of like, I don't know if collusion's the right word, but you have to stay away from where college football is heading, and that is somewhat paying the best players to go to certain schools?
Well, I haven't thought about it, and I mean it. I really have not thought about it. We are certainly not in areas that the NFL is involved in. Mm-hmm. We can and don't get interested in a player until their team is graduating.
Right.
And so it's not of interest. I'm interested as a sports fan. Mm-hmm. And interested to the dynamics relative to competition in college. And I'm a little pragmatic there. I think it'll ultimately work. It's such a significant part of our country's makeup to think about our great collegiate programs.
No doubt, man. That was the end of that interview with Jerry Jones on 105.3 The Fan. I really appreciate 105.3 The Fan. Be sure to check them out. Far as if you want to listen to the complete interview, click this link here. It will be in the chat log there. And be sure to credit them and watch the entire video or interview there if you want more information about what Jerry Jones had to say. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. It's 3:00 where I'm at, and I got some other business to handle today. I can do a couple of more segments. And it's up to you all. Or we can go into 1-minute phone calls. It's up to you all. There is a segment, I haven't heard the complete version of it, but this is Skip and Shay Sharp talking about the guaranteed victory from Mike McCarthy, their discussions. I can break that down. Or we can go into the Skip and Shay Sharp discussion on whether or not, and I heard pieces of this one, of them talking about, what's this guy named Parsons? Will he be Defensive Player of the Year or Defensive Rookie of the Year? They all agreed that he will be Defensive Rookie of the Year, but Defensive Player of the Year. They went to the far side of saying that that the Cowboys, if given an option, and this is kind of far-fetched, T.J. Watt, that they would select T.J. Watt over Parsons. And I was like, nah. I think that they will look at Parsons and say, okay, yeah, T.J., you're doing a wonderful job, but we had a chance to draft you. We passed up on you. We're not finna get rid of Parsons for you. And, of course, that was kind of like blasphemous, for them to say that. I think that Parsons is generational. Now, T.J. Watt, God, dog boy. We had our chance with that one, right? And when we wanted some tacos, and I can only close my eyes and imagine this particular team with Randy Gregory, T.J. Watt, and as well if you still keep DeMarcus Lawrence and Parsons. Oh, my gosh. That would be crazy, right? That would be crazy. That was yesterday's steak. Yeah, John Sullivan. Yeah, I think they played that yesterday, and that's why I was able to hear that. But the other one was today. But man, boy, we can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. I can only imagine, how this thing would look like, though, with TJ. Or would the Cowboys use him the right way, right? Or he was just going to be who he is regardless, right? I'll never forget when I was doing the scouting reviews, and of course, I was in the confines of my home and in this same seat over here. Didn't have all of the beautiful background. But I can tell you guys, I was banging the table in half. Go get TJ. Go get TJ. Oh, my goodness, man. Oh. And then they went and got tacos. And I said, thank you for tuning in to the Law Nation Film Session as we take a deeper look at Taco Charlton. Yep. And the rest was history, right? Yeah. Talk about the best D-line in football. Yeah. Yep. They picked them tacos, baby. They had merch. I think that Taco still, and they had Taco Tuesday. They had the merch. They had everything. And the only thing that I can say, is he on Pittsburgh Steelers now? Ain't that something? He's on the Pittsburgh Steelers? Oh, my goodness. I don't know if we had the opportunity to get Derwin James, though. I think he went right before we was able to pick him, right? We didn't pass up on Derwin James. But we did. We was banging the table. I remember we were banging the table for Budda Baker. That's somebody that was very tangible. That's somebody that we could have gotten, right? Budda Baker. Oh, can you close your eyes? Because I believe, Cowboy Nation, hear me out. I like what DeMonte KZ is doing, but it can be better, right? It seems like he's always at the right place at the right time in certain moments. But it's not like he's like this guy that you sit there and say, yeah, he killing it. He just been better than what we had previously, right? And shout out to J-Ron Curse. I think that the Cowboys need to bring him back for a cup of coffee. But when we say about this, shoot, I think that the Cowboys still need a safety. Now, Malik Hooker, it just seems like, he got cement blocks as feet. His change of direction is not the same. And it could be, like when my dog, shout out to him, Mississippi, you know how it goes. Shout out to the Berry family. Y'all remember Eric Berry? He came back and he after that gruesome injury and recovering from cancer and all of that stuff. It seems as if, though, it's similar. Not saying that Malik Hooker is going to just disappear. That's why you probably need another year for Malik Hooker. I won't give up on him. I think that he's going to turn the corner, but I think that he need like one more year within the confines of this system. But if I'm the Cowboys, matter of fact, this offseason, I'm going to be looking for a safety, man, that we can insert to be that understudy. And I get it. We got Izzy. I get it. We got who can play free safety in a pinch. My guy, name at the tip of my tongue right now, number 6. Dang, man, my name. What's his name? Y'all put his name down. Shoot, number 6. That's how long he haven't been out there on the field. Appreciate you guys for the donation there. Donovan Wilson. Yeah, Dono. Yeah. My gosh, I think that Donovan Wilson can play some free, but he's been having that issue. When you forget his name, just like I just did, those are the issues with Donovan Wilson. I'm not finna build my house around that. And if you listen to Donovan Wilson, man, much love to you, dog. I'll see you this off season. But it is what it is. Appreciate you, G. Thank you for the donation there of 1971. 9-4, yeah, if y'all believe in that. Yeah. Baker's like B.O.B. Yeah, Sanders, who played with the Colts. But he's a little bit more elusive, and he don't get injured as often. And Bob, he come down the field and hit you like no other. Baker can too, right? We had an opportunity before, too, to get the Honey Badger, right? And we was worried about his injuries and things like that. But that's spill milk, Cowboy Nation. We got who we got right now, and these boys should be able to be just enough. Just enough, right? Wilson is hurt right now, right? Is he hurt? Is Wilson hurt still? What was your okay? You said, "Hey, Law, great." My bad, Grant G. Let me see if I can pull that up right quick. Hey, Law. Let me see if I can read it right quick. Hold on for me, man. I got to go all the way to the back windows to read it. I appreciate you for your donation. Hey, Law, great work. I feel like Rivera response to Coach comment was a little ridiculous. Coach Mike McCarthy was just answering the question honestly and wanted to get his boys fired up. What's your take on that? Yeah, I think
y'all look at all this year's defense, which is bad, but it's been way better since the bye.
No doubt. Mr. Christian, appreciate you so much for your donation there. It is a whole lot better now. Yeah. Let me see if I go another way to read all of these beautiful. Let me go the back doorway. There's always a way, right? There's a will, there's a way. There's a will, there's a way, baby. Yeah. There's a will, there's a way. Hold on, baby. Bam. Let me see. All right, now I can see it better. Okay. Thank those who made the donations here. All right. 31st rank. Shout out to you, Ed. Yeah. Law, we're about to spank the Washington. Proud family. Yeah. Team. Yeah, we read that one already. Y'all look at all this year defense, which is bad, but it's been way better than since the bye. Yeah, this is Christian Sorto. Appreciate you. Jay Worthy says, dogs bark before they bite, and we have some dogs. Mike McCarthy, let the world know, my man. Yeah, appreciate you, Jay Worthy. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, man. My hooked on phonics eyes are working, baby. Yeah, they're working. Appreciate everybody named that's here. I appreciate you, man. Shout out to Sally, man. Earlier this week, you just been donating like crazy, and I really appreciate that. And even Drew, I think he's a resident Eagles fan. He donated and he tried to retract it. But it is what it is, Drew. Appreciate you for your donations there. Everybody's here. What I do is I take your name, even Mark Holmes. It'd be fun if he wins it. I take your names and we put it in his drawing. It's a wheel, and we'll be giving away a good surprise for everyone that's on the YouTube. And if you're part of the community, we also would do that as well on the Facebook and the Patreon, and as well as the YouTube memberships. I really appreciate everybody for help growing the channel. It's a plus that you guys are here with me. All right, so let's do this. Let's do this. I want to slap some folks, so let's go and listen to them on what I just talked about. There's some points from Skip Bayless and Shay Sharp, man. Yeah, don't that sounds good though, man. 11 from heaven. Somebody said it too. Yeah, here you go right here. Jason, 11 from heaven though. Ooh. I just hate that doggone Skip Bayless coined that phrase though, But I might have to start taking it and saying it, since he's saying game changer and saying dare I say and all of this stuff, the vernacular and everything, and we use their content and he used our content, so we know how this thing goes. 11 from heaven sounds pretty good, Cowboy Nation. Do y'all want to take phone calls or y'all want to get up out of here? It's 3:47. I got to leave at 4 o'clock, by the way. I'm 49 and I've seen 3 Super Bowls. My boy, shout out to you, Williams. Woo! Eagles Jerome is a good one. Okay, JB. JB will be Eagles Jerome. But shout out to you, Jeremiah Butler. That's just what we do when you come over here. And I appreciate you because you donated to the channel. You're helping us out. You know, you're growing the nation. So I like that. I really like that, Dwayne. I do really, really, really like that. Checkmate Parsons. I matter of fact, I don't like it. I love it. Right. If we do the phone lines, it'll be right here, and it will be this right here.
Call my phone, hit my line. Only ones who down for line. Keep it super thorough.
Come on, keep it simple, baby.
Keep it super thorough my way on this side. Call my phone, hit my line. Only ones who
y'all want to call in, let me know. 657-390-7391. Now, I do have this right here, Cowboy Nation. Hear me out. I do have a text line. It's 24/7. That text number is 682-214-4087. You can always text me, man, if you got anything on your mind and anything on your heart. You can always call that number and leave a voicemail if you got anything on your mind, anything on your heart. 682-214-4087. 918, you're live.
Hey, what's up, nation?
Nothing to it, man. You're live. 918, what you got for this episode?
Hey, this the minister, man. I just want to say all of them crazy people over here talking about the Cowboys, man. I've been a Cowboy fan since I was probably about 10 years old, man. I'm 55 years old.
Oh, wow.
And I've been loving the Cowboys all my life, man. And I just got to say, Cowboys need to improve in some areas. We all know what they is, but I got total faith in the team.
No doubt.
And what we doing, you know, and everything that, you know, the coaches are doing. You know, we still got to improve in a few areas as far as, I'm going to say, you know, the offensive coordinator being a little bit more creative.
Right.
I got faith in the whole team.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to just say, you know, hey, it's always a battle in the NFC East, no matter how good you are, how bad you are. As long as we show up and do what we do, we going to win. Straight like that.
Straight like that, Minister, man. I appreciate you so much, man. We just got to let this team do its thing. And I think Kellen Moore, he'll feel more confident calling this game. It's a common opponent. And then I think that, you know, he getting most of his weapons back. So he should have a little bit more consistency going. And Dak Prescott as well. But I appreciate you, Minister.
Hey, man, I appreciate you too, man. You're doing a wonderful job, man. Y'all guys have inspired me. I'm trying to get me a YouTube channel up, so still working on it. But I love what y'all do. I try to support all y'all best I can. But this pandemic and all that is keeping us at bay at somewhat. But I just want to say keep doing your thing, brother.
No doubt, man. I'm going to tell you, like I told Chef Mac, man, he just started his YouTube page. Just get you a camera phone or something like that and the selfie stick or something to stick that thing on and get to going.
Yes,
but I appreciate you, man.
Keep
appreciate
doing
you.
What you're doing, man. Keep the nation and the Cowboys going.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you. 918, much love to you. All right, we got the 904. DT, you're live.
Hey, man, I appreciate what you're doing. You're going to get that award. And I keep telling you, it's deeper than football. You keep our mind clean. But anyway, I'm 100% with Mike McCarthy. Ain't nothing wrong with what he said. Jason Garrett did it, but he just did it for the other team. Pre-game, they got this, they got that, they got this. Post-game, well, we couldn't do this, we couldn't do that, we couldn't do this. No, we're going to win this.
No.
We're going to win this. And if you're America's team, as far as I know, being in the military, America ain't never lost no war. So we got we warriors, and we're going to tear that ass up.
Let's go. No, you're good. Got to let it out, baby.
You Cowboy nations, get on board.
Let's go.
Man up, saddle up. Let's go get this ass.
Let's go get it, DT. Appreciate you. That's a good call from him. That's a good call. I love it when you spit your mind. You know, I love it. All right, we got Lord Nova in the house. You're live from the 267.
What's going on, Lord, man?
Nothing to it, man.
Show.
Appreciate it.
Hello?
Appreciate it. You still here? You still live?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I watched the Super Friends. I thought that was hilarious because Louis T. That's a funny Washington dude, man.
Right.
They did serious. I didn't know they had so much pride. They're usually quiet, but I ain't never hear them talk so much before. But let me tell you what we're gonna do. Just like Coach said, we're gonna go in there, just like The Rock said. We're going to lay the smack down on them. They're going to get checked into SmackDown Hotel on all their candy asses. That's what's going down, Lord. Final score, 40-17 Cowboys.
Woo-wee! Lord Nova, 40-17. Hey, if that happened, I got my notepads right here. Let me, matter of fact, when you call in, Cowboy Nation, I got my notepad ready. Where's my pen? I got something to write with. Put your score prediction down, Cowboy Nation. As we begin to exit this show. And I really appreciate everybody for your likes, your comments, your sharing, your subscribers. You guys subscribing, I meant to say. I really appreciate that. All right, Lord Nova, 40-17. If that happened, man, I got something waiting for you. All right, Nova. That was good, Cowboy Nation. All right. Mark W. says Dallas 26 to the Skins 17. I feel you on that. The Super Friends was good, man. That was Super Friends. Let me tell you something. We talk a lot of noise amongst each other, but we really do hit each other up through the season, and that's what you're supposed to do, right? You're supposed to do. Now, Louis T., his father is a diehard Cowboy fan. So that's why I said to him, it will be two people talking about him, about his team this weekend. But now we got the wonderful mind of football, man. Coach Marv, you're live.
What's going on, Law? What's going on, man?
Nothing much.
Hey, I'm just picking y'all up, man. I decided to come and say, man, let me see if Law out there on the live, man, and I'm glad you can take my score. I think it's going to be a 24-21 Cowboys victory. Listen.
Mm-hmm.
I had a discussion with somebody the other day, and they said, well, we think Tony may be out.
All right.
Zeke is with 10 days rest. I don't think Zeke is going to be laboring like he's
30-10 Dallas Cowboys.
We just don't understand, man. Zeke is the Washington killer. He has dominated Washington in his career.
Right.
I wouldn't even count. Except for the game he was hurt and he didn't play. Then the game they had the infamous movement of the ball on the snap of the kick.
Right.
We didn't play a good game that game.
Right.
And last year we just blanked that out. But I think it's time that we're gonna show who we are. Either it's gonna be a very close game or we're gonna blow them out. That's just
the temperaments of it. Because I believe, like you said, that team, they are good. They are a good coach defensive team, right? And, they need some factors to play in mind, like TOP, time of possession. That's what they did against the Seattle Seahawks. They controlled time of possession. Remember earlier this year, that's how we were saying that we should play, time of possession, because we were still kind of like iffy on the defense, right? We don't need to have the defense out there a lot. Let's control the clock. Let's run the ball, smash small football. And that's how we were playing in the first part of the season. And then when we open it up, bam, it was just too much for teams to keep up. So that should be the philosophy of the Washington team. But I just believe that when we got our boys back, D-Law, he's no one to sneeze at against stopping the run, as well as Parsons. He's pretty good against the run, and Ron Kearse. So I think that we can stop the run, and when we get the ball, I think that this team should be on the same page as relates to our offensive weapons, and that's what can get us ahead.
But I will say this, though.
Mm-hmm.
We can't. I still don't lend to the philosophy that our and this is going to sound crazy.
Right.
The running game and Zeke are the straws that stir the drink.
Right.
The drink is important, but the straw that stir the drink is the most important thing, because it's one that mixes, put this thing, it makes this thing taste good.
Right.
So if you look at the Cowboys, we do not want to recreate the wheel. The wheel has been set. When our offense is in flow, we are not. I'm not saying we'll run first, but we have to, as McCarthy said, and I think he said it very well, we have to be a consistent running football team, and that means we have to run the ball sometimes when people are in the box.
No doubt.
There's that in the box. We're gonna throw the ball when people are in the box. We're gonna pass it in box. And I've been coaching football a long time. Well,
no
in
doubt.
the box don't stop running. They don't stop runs.
No.
You have to be a consistent team, and I'm not saying that we got to be run, but we have to be consistent, because when we are consistent, it makes the play action even more believable, and it makes it even more deadly. And that if we lose that consistency of getting where we can really control the line of scrimmage, then we have a problem. But our defense is growing. We just want to see them make that 117. You made a very good, interesting point about stopping the run. I think that's going to be. It's just one. We just got one hiccup in our defense, and I think the rest of it is good. And there's no need to rehash about that person. I believe they'll make.
Oh yeah, I already know what you're about to say, man. But Coach, I appreciate you so much. Appreciate you so much, man.
Well, man, thank you, Law.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate doing what you're doing, man. Keep on doing it, brother.
Shout out to you, Coach, man. Coach Marv. I wanted to ask him about the guaranteed stuff since he's a coach as well, but time is pressing. So 863, my guy, Scott, dog, you live.
Hey, what's up, man? What's up, Cowboy Nation? Let me go ahead and answer that question for you, man. Law, first of all, giving honor to Law, and who is the head of the Cowboys Church of Law Nation. I want to, give my part to,
Yeah.
Now, let me tell you something like this. You're a man of faith. I'm a man of faith, and I'm pretty sure we got a lot of faith believers on the Cowboys spot to listen to your show.
Right.
We're taught to speak it, and it come to pass. Don't speak anything you don't believe because you don't believe it's going to happen.
Right.
If you believe it, speak it, and let it manifest. I have no problem with what Mike McCarthy said. He believes we're going to win, then bitter by golly while we're going to win. Let's take it back a few years. When the Raiders won their first Super Bowl with John Madden, I can't remember his name, but number 37 was squatting, and they got a camera. He said, hey, it's good to be here, and we are going to win. There's no doubt about it. We are going to win. Jimmy Johnson got praised for saying, hey, look, we're going to win. And we did it.
Yeah.
Joe Namath, hey, we're going to win, and I guarantee you. Well, they went out there and did it because they believed it.
But they believed
So if Dak says that we're going to win, Amari Cooper says we're going to win, TP says we're going to win, Mike McCarthy said a whole team mindset is that you're going to win. I don't understand why anybody has a problem with a team. A head coach, my leader says you're going to win. I'm going to follow my leader.
Follow the leader, yeah.
If my leader believes in me first and I'm part of a team, then yes, I want to hear my leader say it. And yes, it's going to get me fired up. That's what we're supposed to do. Come on, Cowboy fans. Let's not let the media and the talking heads mess us up like that, try to get us to go against our own squad.
I didn't know I was gonna get this type of fire, baby. Hey, you got a lady over there? You got a lady over there, right?
Do I have a lady over there? Hey, no, I ain't got none over here.
You ain't got no lady at all? You got a lady in your life?
No, man.
God,
Do I have
dog,
one in my life? I got two daughters. I got two daughters, 18 and 14. Got my mom, which turned 79. She's still kicking hard and heavy. So, yeah, I got 4 sisters.
Right.
I got plenty of women.
You got plenty of women, right? So you always want to please them. You know, you can even want to please your daughters, right? You always want to please them, right? But there's a certain being. There's a certain being that was created before us. And it's said the real, right? You know, the Alpha and the Omega. You know, and he said in his wordings that it's impossible to please him without what?
Without faith.
Woo-wee! So you gotta have that faith, baby.
You gotta believe it. Before I step out there, before I run between the gap, before I catch a pass, I gotta believe that I can do it.
Right. And that's the only way that he can look. That's the only way he can step in and make some things change and make some things operate and make some things to work. That's the only way. You know, you can't half step at it.
In order for you to even come to me, you gotta believe first.
You gotta believe, yeah.
So all I'm saying for comedian Scott Simpson is that we believe that we're going to win, then let's get out there and win. I'm calling this 35-13. Period.
Appreciate you so much, man. There we go.
I got a show tonight, bro. I'm getting ready. I'm about to head out.
Yeah, appreciate you, man. Yeah. Oh, my goodness, man. I wish Scott had a lady, boy. I was going to go away, but he have all, man, Scott, you have all of those girls. That means one thing, and I know what it means. Boy, you was terrible back in those days. God said, I'm going to bless this man with a whole bunch of girls. All right, man. We got DMB George. What's good, man?
Yo, what's up, Law?
Nothing to it, man. Talk to me, man.
Nothing much. I'm going to start off with my score prediction. I'm going to go 35 Cowboys, 14 Redskins.
You all right? 35-14. If that happened, I got something special for you, my dog. What you got for this episode?
I agree with Coach. I think Coach Marv, is that his name? A few calls ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That we need to control the clock. I think when Mike McCarthy first came to Dallas, he realized the talent that he has in the backfield, and he initially wanted to run the clock out. But I feel like Kellen Moore's image for his offense is to get away from the run if they don't have to run it. But I feel like we have to run it. Every team has to run it eventually to be considered. Like last game, we were up 27-10, and we couldn't run the ball, get a first down. They go down and score on one play, but. Mm-hmm. That's neither here nor there. I'm just saying we need to be able to run the ball and stack box no matter what. But yeah, I just hope we can get that done this week. And I'm feeling really confident for our defense this week. I feel like our defense is going to surprise us because I like how our defense plays outside. It's a little cold here. I'm from the DMV area.
Right.
So yeah, it's a little cold here. And I just got a question for the chat real quick. Does anybody know where the Cowboys are staying tomorrow? And at their hotel, because I know a lot of your fans, a lot of Cowboys fans are from the DC area, DMV area. So that if anybody knows that in chat, please drop it, because me and my dad are trying to go out there and see them as they come in the hotel. But yeah, that's all I got to say.
No, appreciate you, man. All right, it's my guy DMV. He's spitting the truth over there. Yeah, we got to control the clock. We got to run the ball too. I do know that we got a few scares here. So when I break away free now, we're gonna check and look into some of that film, and let's go. I got my last caller of the hour.
The conference has been locked,
and that's my guy, the landlord, Bama. What's good with you, man?
What's happening with you, Law, man? You all right?
No, I'm good, man. I'm well, man. I'm good, man. Can't complain.
Oh, yeah, man. I've been off the scene, man, trying to do this content stuff, man. I barely got time to watch y'all now. Trying to do my own thing. I don't know how y'all juggle this like this,
greedy. You supposed to get that watch time minutes over here, baby. I know. I'm feeling you, man. Hey, content creation.
I got a newfound respect for y'all, man. Y'all juggle this well. Y'all make it look easy, man. Y'all boys true with this.
Well, it is what it is, man. I donate all of this time to you guys, man. That's why I say that's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. You know, I really mean that, man. Time is something special, man, and it is what it is. But what you got for this show?
Not much, man. I'm liking the vibes from the head coach, man. It's been like ever since Mike McCarthy grew that beard, man, he been talking that talk.
Yeah.
It ain't been the same Mike no more.
Right.
This Big Mike now.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Big Mike.
This Big Mike. This ain't Mike McCarthy no more. This Big Mike now. You know what I'm saying? He said put some respect on his name.
Yeah, put some respect on my name.
I like the vibes I'm getting from the head coach, man. And when you heard when they asked Dak about it, Dak said, shit, yeah. Dak right there with him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He said that.
I love the temperament they coming with, man.
He did. He said that, man. And hey, man, you right on the money with it, man. So what's your score prediction again? Did you say it?
I think we might get them like 35 to 17.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
35,
I
17.
think they might. They could do something in garbage time. I think the game gonna be over like third quarter though.
Okay.
I think it'll be over with.
So I should be calling Louis T around halftime saying, hey, what's up, man? You ready for this post-game show? You know?
Yeah.
We
finna get that dub, man. I feel the energy. Everybody healthy. Dan Quinn got all his toys back. He don't know what to do. He got all these weapons just to play with, man.
Yo.
It's finna be a beautiful sight out there Sunday, man.
No doubt, man. I appreciate you, man. Hey, can you let everybody know where to find and follow your content? Because you're putting in a lot of work, and I don't want these people to gloss over that. You know, they need to know where you at.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you, man. It's Landlord from Alabama on all social media sites, man, everywhere. Landlord from Alabama. Trying to build this thing on up, one follower at a time, you know.
Man, let's go,
Appreciate you, man.
Brick by brick, man. Stack those things together, baby. Let's go. Landlord
Already,
Bama,
man. Cowboy Nation.
All day, man. That's how you hold it down, man. That's my dog, Landlord, over here representing Cowboy Nation. And check out his TikTok, man. It's dope, man. He got good content. And I believe that the Cowboys, if you're a fan of the Cowboys,
Goodbye.
Please be sure to check them out. Cowboy Nation. It's been a wonderful episode, longer than most. I said to myself I was going to come in here and talk for 30 minutes to an hour. I was supposed to be gone at 4 o'clock. But, you know, when you got some things in order, you got things in place, you shoot your own shot, you got things that you can do on the back end for yourself. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, Cowboy Nation. I really appreciate each and every last one of you all for tuning in. I really do. Be sure to hit that like button, share this content. If you're on the Facebook group, I thank you. If you're on Twitter or Twitch, I really appreciate you. If you're on Instagram and hit me up, even in the DMs and shoot me information and content, it's great. Yeah, Landlord do sound like Tony Pollard, man. He do. He sounds just like Tony. They could be cousins over there, you know. And Cowboy Nation, the process, the proof is all there. The expectations are set to be accomplished. You know, I was most likely not to succeed. I was, believe it or not, Cowboy Nation, coming out of elementary, heading into middle school and high school. They already written me off. There was storylines saying that this brother right here, oh my goodness, he's not like his 2 other brothers, man. I got 2 older brothers. They graduated with 3.9 and 4.0 GPAs, and I had to struggle and fight. But my goal was, you know, hear me out, Cowboy Nation and beyond. My goal was to graduate top of my class. I had to fight for it. See, my brothers, they was naturally smart. I actually had to study. I had to study late, and I had to make sure I memorized everything. I stuttered when I talked. You know, I didn't have the ability to read good. You know, lines got blurry, and everything was everywhere. I was sitting there, but I had to come up with a system. And it started with my mind, Cowboy Nation, believe it or not. And I changed things around. I was one of the guys that was most likely not to succeed. I was one of the guys that got into a fight in any situation, no matter how big or how small you were. I was that devil that everybody was saying that, hey, you got to look out for that guy right there. He got a temper. He got temper. He got a bad attitude. He's not going to make it. You see? but my expectations that I set upon myself were high. Because I knew, without a shadow of a doubt, that I wanted to be better than what my brothers exhibit and exude, right? But they was naturally smart. They was brilliant. And I got jealous. I kid you not. I'm telling you guys a true story, by the way. But it's all about reshaping your mind. And I graduated top of my class, Cowboy Nation, so it's possible, right? And I went off to college. I proceed to try to excel. I'm tell y'all, I wanted to go to Mississippi State. I got a rejection letter from them. They said, no, you can't go. But I said, wait a minute, I graduated top of my class, but I scored lower on the ACT. Didn't score high enough. The only school that would accept me was Hines Community College. And in Hines Community College, I went there for a year and a half. And I transferred from Hines to Jackson State. Baby, my objective and my reasoning and my goal was to become an economist. So I took class in business school, finished up there, never stopped. Yeah, I was a fool, baby. Yo, your Cowboys not on that. I was slow. That's why I say the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, but it's to he that endureth to the end. And that's all I had. I worked multiple jobs, baby. Still went to Jack State. Those who were with me at Jack State, they would see me go to class, get out of class, put on my security guard uniform, and they were like, Day-Day, look at Day-Day, you know? Because I didn't want nothing. I didn't want handouts. I didn't want to go to Alcorn. I didn't want to go to Colan back in Natchez. That's what most people do from Natchez, Mississippi. They go to Alcorn, they go to Colan. But I wanted to figure things out myself. I didn't want to be like my two older brothers who went to Alcorn. And they were ridiculed, they'd talk bad about my team, Jackson State, they would. But I kept on believing in myself. I had faith, desires. And boy, oh boy, when I got that business degree, nobody could tell me nothing. I thought I was everything. But I still had trials and tribulations from there, Cowboy Nation. But I had to always go back and reevaluate it myself. Boy, I can tell y'all, the mind is everything. Boy, the mind is everything. You got to continue to grind. Got a degree in business administration, concentration econ. Graduated, man, I'm telling you, baby. With that degree, went and worked for multiple companies, by the way. But now I'm federally gained. But I'm going to tell you guys, I never stopped. I never stopped believing. I'm telling somebody right now, keep driving, keep grinding, keep believing in yourself. That's why I say if you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time and your peace and your sleep for it. If all of your desires of it makes you quite mad enough, that you don't get tired of it, and it makes you hold all other things, tardy and cheap for it, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you'll gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, plan for it, and lose all terror of God or man for it. If you will simply, just simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength and scarcity, with faith, hope, and confidence and stern pertinacity. If neither cold, poverty, or famish, or fame, or sickness, or body, or brain can turn you away from the thing you want, Cowboy Nation, you can get it. That's all I'm saying. You can flat out get it, regardless of who count you out, regardless of what people have their expectations of. But you say, baby, I can do it, and just like that, 6 figures will get there. It will. It happened to me, and I know it can happen to you all too. I could have easily stopped. I could have easily gave up when I got rejected from Mississippi State. I could have easily slept and continued to sleep in my car, but I continue to grind, baby, because it's the power of your mind. Now look at me. Guess what? Nothing I've done. It's him. All the glory goes to the man above. 'Cause that's the only way. Only way. That's the only way. Woo! That's the only way you can please him is with faith. Let me know if I'm lying. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Go Cowboys. Let's go, baby. Now it's time to roll those credits. Let's go. Anything can happen, baby. Let's go. It's the mind. Let's go. That's why I like Mike McCarthy.
Nowadays,
win, lose, or draw. It may not come the way you want it, but it'll come. Just keep believing. The achievement is there, baby. Shout out to all of the super chats.
Hit the door and the dome and just
go.
Here, might need some. Still young, but I move like a new deal.
I promise you it'll make a better success story. Appreciate everybody who made the donation. Help elevate the nation. Shout out to you, Elijah. Shout out to you, Robert. Appreciate you. One for each finger. I see you. Cowboys champs. I see you. Shout out to JB, Jerome. Eagles Jerome, by the way.
Nowadays, nothing really is. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's.
Shout out to my Jackson State too. See, I never folded up like a wallet against them. Right? It happened for them. Yeah. Law.
I put game on layaway. I got paid to play today. I get paid to stay away. I get paid.
Looking for revenge, baby.
I might make it rain today.
Let's go.
I got paid off pain today. Thought it'd take the pain away. In my own lane, finger roll.
Iceberg Q.
Heard your whole team was for sale.
Not all.
Put this on the market for the low. Who the realest, we might never know. All this acting, you gon' play a role. Give you the world when they sign you up. Try you out and then they line you up.
Salute.
Now you're looking hungry, ribs are touching, need some food. Now you're all on